Hey everybody! So thank you so much for joining on a wonderful Friday evening, guys. I am pretty pumped to have this evening's guest. Um, I don't know. It's been pretty cool hanging out with him this week. I think I've talked to him 3 times this week. It started on Sunday, and here we are on Friday, right? So that's been pretty cool. So appreciate everybody who comes along, of course, and follow along the show, guys. And let me tell you what, if this is your first time, thank you for checking us out. You can check us out on our YouTube channel, as you can see the link down there. Go to our channel. Do me a favor, man. If you're watching there, please consider subscribing to the channel. I appreciate it. Always trying to build the viewership there on YouTube. It's awesome there. And of course, we're also streaming live on every other single platform at MFSB Live, and that is on Twitter. You can check us out on our Facebook page at the same name. We are streaming on Instagram. On Instagram, we can do something a little bit different. It's sort of a behind-the-scenes sort of deal, but again, it's our own intimate time if you want to watch on Instagram. And of course, we're streaming live on Twitch as well, so you can check us out on our Twitch stream there. And of course, we are streaming on our favorite platform, LinkedIn, guys. So thank you so much if you're following along. So let's get started with this evening's guest, folks. Why wait? He's been on the show already once before. And then, of course, me, him, and Chantel Sumis, who was actually on the show again a couple weeks ago, did a show on Sunday, kind of announced a very special thing that he's doing. And then, of course, we were back at it on Thursday as well, which is hopefully become a regular thing. I like doing that. So, guys, help me welcome to this show. He is the founder of XXO Connect, Mr. Jason Lebowitz.
Gabe, what's going on?
What is up, my friend? So we're already blown up in the comments. Look at there.
What's up, Brian Schulman?
Now, Brian usually does his, I love Brian. He's an awesome person, and he usually does his shout out Saturday, but I think he's got something going on tomorrow, so he kind of canceled. He's doing a speaking engagement, I think. So that's cool. I love that. And the host, oh yes, Raquel Wars. She's actually scheduled to come on the show.
Ooh, that's going to be a good one. She is an unbelievable guest. Raquel and I can't remember what episode it was, but she was so good. Mary Ellen, how are you?
Yes, we had a conversation just the other day. Nick Lozano, what is up, my friend? David Mumford, thank you so much. We got so many people. Senor Pasayada Heyoka, what is up, man? He is a regular here. So what is going? Yeah. Ooh, weird, huh? Maybe. That's okay. It's okay to have a little bit of weird audio, guys. So, one of the cool things that when Jason reached out to me a few weeks ago was the fact that he said he had been working on something really important, right? And it's something that he had kind of mentioned. So just a little backstory. He kind of mentions this episode 109, I believe it was. It's season 1. Okay. And we had a conversation. He was on live with me and Annie Lieb, and he kind of mentioned this a little bit. And of course, he's been working on it ever since. And then this week, he went ahead and announced the whole thing of wanting to build this platform and build this vision. So, Jason, why don't you tell everybody a little bit who's unfamiliar with what you're trying to do with XXO Connect, and just let the folks know. I mean, it's a wonderful idea that I think should sprout some legs and really just grow, man. I love it. So that's why I'm really behind it.
I appreciate that. We are restoring connection to humanity. We're setting out to transform 1 million lives by 2025. We are building a platform and an app. Unlike all other platforms built for connection to others, our platform will be the first of its kind, connection to self and then others. It's going to be a global personal growth, transformational, and wellness platform built in a safe space to restore connection, accelerate human connection, and really break down the fear of intimacy and vulnerability. So it's going to be very, very different than what is out there right now.
Exactly right, and it was kind of cool to think about. I mean, most platforms are built not with that kind of thinking in mind, right? It's more we're building a platform to scale, to start business, to start whatever it is that they're trying to do, and not actually think about this is direction that we want to actually build in and head that way. So the actual idea though, where did the emphasis for this come up from you? Where, I mean, all of us, I always talk about that one moment that it just dawns on you. So you know what, I got a vision and I have to start doing something with it. So what was that moment for you?
4:31 in the morning, a Saturday morning in this past June. And that was the moment. I woke up at 4, and it was about 31 minutes into my personal growth time, my meditation, and I saw the whole thing. And that was actually the moment. It was a gift.
Wow. I mean,
Yeah.
wow. So you actually started putting that together from that moment. So you know what, I'm going to manifest this into reality. So
I started obsessing, literally, like at 4:31. Once I saw it, I obsessed with it. All day I spent going through it. I wrote down a couple names that day, and Chantel Sumas was a name I wrote down that day. I met with Luke, who's our digital marketing manager, that evening, and I said, I got to do this. I got to do this. And I think he knew he knows me that I wasn't going to back down on this when I had to do it.
and I love that. That's pretty cool that, from conception to putting all this together to saying, you know what, oh, yes, amazing gift of clarity, right? I mean, isn't it wonderful when something like that happens, when it just formulates together and you go, that's it, that's the vision, let's get moving on it. I mean,
not only that, but I saw it all. I saw there's 4 components to it. I saw all 4 components. So it's going to be an educational, transformational video library of subjects like self-love, self-worth, forgiveness, body shame, just so many different subjects people can watch the videos on. There's also one-on-one video. So there's no profile, there's no posting. It's actually random. So only one-on-one video, like you and I are now, with community members inside the platform. It is a paid platform. So only people who are there for personal growth will be part of this. So I'm creating a safe space where there's no judgment, free of judgment, where I want to have a conversation on maybe the forgiveness video that I watched. I hit connect, you pop up. Now you and I don't know who you are, you don't know who I am. We can share in these deep conversations without the fear of being judged, in a safe space, and really break down that fear of vulnerability and intimacy. It's almost a training ground for connection, if that makes sense.
ooh.
And then, so those are 2 components. The Kids Network, which is taking all of these types of content in a way that they consume in a cartoon form. We know that kids today, they value their worth and their value as a human based on how many likes they get, how many followers they have. So we need to turn that around. So we'll also deliver this kind of content in a way that they consume it in cartoons, and we'll have live master classes. And all of this in a safe space where not only is it safe from the community members inside the network, but it's also safe space from your information. There's no login from Google or Facebook like there is everywhere else. Literally, we're protecting your information as well. We're creating something so far on the other side when everything else is over here.
And that's interesting, man. That is a very Mr. Bill Bradford. So thank you, Mr. Russ Johns as well. Thank you, Russ, for hopping on, man. Awesome individual. I don't think you've been on Russ's show.
I have not, but let's do it. Let's do it.
I need to get you hooked up with Russ Johns because we are pretty much bookends. He takes a morning shift. He goes 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Arizona time, and I take the evenings. And we've been doing this like this since March. So we've been, we're really closely connected. So I need to connect it with him. That'd be another place to kind of get you out there and talk more about what it is that XXO Connect is, because I think it's such an interesting concept. The fact that we can actually put something like this together to build, right, this platform that I think has so much actual potential. Because again, like you said, it is a great way to practice connection, right? I mean, it is such a wonderful way. And of course, sometimes what better way than with a stranger? I mean,
It's so interesting that you said that. Is so absolutely. And what's up, Kenneth? What's up, Kenyatta?
yes.
So what we've discovered is also a lot of people who even are in therapy, they'll hold back from their therapist because they fear being judged by their own therapist. So like even in therapy, they don't feel like they're in a safe space. However, a perfect stranger, Gabe, I don't know you, I've never seen you. All of a sudden we come on, we're staring at each other. I might start to open up to you because I might not ever see you again. We don't know each other. I know I'm in a place where this environment was created for this. And so not only am I going to get to know you, I'm really going to get to know myself. And I'm going to break down those walls, that block that I have, and get more comfortable sharing in these types of conversations.
And that is such a wonderful idea because, again, you take that veil away, right? You take that veil away of worrying about judgment and people saying things about you. You react so much differently.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, this might be the only time I talk to this person. What does it matter if I open up to this person, right? How much could that help you? I mean, you could actually just go afterwards and feel, oh my gosh, I know I can do that now. Just with a perfect stranger. I could probably do that with important people in my life if I really wanted to. What a wonderful way. I love that.
You're gonna bring these things back once you get comfortable, in those environments and sharing conversations in a real, really breaking that fear of vulnerability, intimacy with yourself. You will bring that into your relationships, whether they're personal, romantic, or in business or anything else. We're really going to start to restore that connection to humanity.
Yeah, and that's a wonderful. I mean, we all, as humans, right? We always seem to have the stigma of wanting to. Well, not most people, but I'm just saying in society, there's always a stigma of looking on social media and judging what somebody says or what somebody writes, and we, look at that and we just shamelessly go, that's. Somebody shouldn't be somebody shouldn't be doing that, right? Or somebody, and it's not even that. The fact that, what if I just want to open up and say what I have to say, what I feel, what my emotions are? I mean, it sucks to say I should suppress this for the fact that somebody's going to say something bad or negative about me, right? Right? Or even I might think about that myself after I write. I go, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I mean, I would love to just say, open up, talk, feel free. Get it out into the open. Let yourself release, and you realize a lot of the times that, wow, it's such a calm way to just, again, I know because I'm learning. I started doing this by what you're talking about. This is why I love the concept. I've been doing these for 100 and something episodes with perfect strangers, and when I'm done with these conversations, if I have a conversation with somebody who's really like super pumped or really positive or whatever, and you can just tell, man, you get off that conversation with them, you feel like the world is yours, man. You're like, yes, I get it. This person gets it. You get what I like to go, you get perspective sometimes out of these things. So I said, all these conversations for me are like therapy. Yeah. When I'm done, I'm like, I might never talk to Jason Lebowitz again. But man, when we talked, it was freeing. It was opening. It was all of these things. And I love that you're going to be doing this to so many different people without having to say, you know what, I need the comments. I need the followers. I need the, you don't need all that. I mean,
it's so liberating because once you have that connection to yourself, we've lost a connection to ourselves. And once you have that and you're filled internally and self-worth internally, you don't need those things, right? And so and just as you described is on your podcast of having this environment, that's exactly with what I did. And it's almost selfish for me of what I did in my podcast, but I wanted to create that environment, no distractions, just one-on-one, where we can, within an hour time, whatever it is, just see how far the conversation can go, get really vulnerable and intimate. And literally, like, I'm taking that concept and just scaling it to a full platform where other people can experience this environment that we're in now. And we're in a time where social media abuse and loneliness is on the rise. Self-worth is on the fall. Cyberbullying and just bullying occurs. And so all these things we are eliminating, creating this really safe environment for people to really bring it back to themselves.
And again, like I said, I love that, right? I because I know from my own personal journey that it was very difficult at the beginning to do this. I had no skills. I did not. I feared talking to people like this up front, but when you did something like this, for some people, it's going to be like, I actually love that. It feels empowering in some ways to go, you know what, I can do this. I'm confident enough to have the ability to talk to a perfect stranger and not fear or feel scared. It was, again, a, a, a great, what you're talking about, a great tool to, again, teach myself to actually do this. And I've been able to translate what I've learned, what I'm doing here, into the real world when I go out and conversate with somebody face to face now. I mean, I look at it from the perspective of, you know what, the camera may not be there, but you know what, everything that I've learned what to do is still inside of me. So when I have these conversations, I'm like, cool, let's have a conversation. And it really, it's a
that.
really, it's a really great, it's a really great way. I mean, really, to take it away from it goes, you're that's why I said I love it. You said it's practice, because then again, it becomes this really, really great tool that you don't even know that you're forming until you actually use it in real life, when you're actually talking to somebody kinetically face to face. Whereas before, you might have been like, I don't know what to say, or I don't know if I can say it, or I feel weird saying these things. Where now I've done it on this platform where I go and I do this all the time. Now I can do this, and I might be somebody's a perfect stranger in a meeting, and I'm talking, and we just start striking up a conversation, building connection right there next to somebody else, and that now you feel confident enough to do that. So I love that you're
it's the if you think about this, people have shame, right? And so
yes.
they don't want to be exposed, but letting out the parts and really being exposed for who you are is the beautiful part of being vulnerable and getting to know each other. That's the part that we want to be exposed, but we don't want to be exposed. And so removing the distraction, because as soon as we have to spend time with ourselves and really get to know ourselves, it can be painful at first. And so we want to go right to the distraction. We're removing the distraction, almost turning the distraction back on ourselves inside that environment. And as you said, these are things that you've taken away into real life now. And so, yeah, I mean, it'll change your life. We're looking to transform, not change, but transform.
Exactly.
You'll never go back. Like, once you've a transformation, you don't go back.
You won't, and I promise you won't, because this is the perfect example. So before COVID hit, I actually was in a workshop that was put together by Lila Smith. I met, and I met, like, I think it was 10 different strangers in there. And what I remember is I was more silent and reserved. Now I did speak, right, whenever I did, but I always thought, well, what am I going to say? Should I say something, right? I held back. I couldn't go to that same sort of deal now and be that same guy. I would sit down in that conversation and go, wait a minute, now I know how to speak freely with myself, because I practiced and do it all the time. So it becomes second nature to have that sort of thing. So that's exactly what you're going to be building for folks who, again, you don't realize it, but you're taking a whole new, you're giving somebody a level of confidence they've never had before when they start doing these things. Even with strangers, they walk away and they go, you know what, I'm more powerful, not more powerful, but I'm more what is the word I'm trying to think about? I'm more
Confident
uh,
or
yeah, exactly. I'm more confident in what I can do and what I can say to somebody, right? So
right.
as opposed to before, you were again. I know I would sit there and keep my mouth quiet, and I would hear all these other people, and I was kind of blown away by the fact that some of them were very open and talking and vulnerable, just sharing what they were sharing. So you could tell those people had been down that journey and that path already and done that.
Yeah.
So you get that out there for a lot more other people. It's a really great way. It's a really great again, what we talk about, those soft skills that you can learn. That's one of them without even thinking it. You're learning it, right? You're just doing it.
Yeah.
So I love this, man. That's why I think it's such a great idea. And again, we're actually um, talking here, but I'm just going through the comments because there's so many people just saying hello and hi, and I love just saying hi to them anyway because it's fun. This is what connection is, right? This is what we're talking about. So excited. Yes, Rebecca. Yes, it is. It's a great community, and what we're doing is I'm going to pull this up real quick, guys. So Jason has started a Kickstarter account, and what he is we're trying to go out and find funding for this thing because number one, why don't you tell them what's the idea behind the Kickstarter? That way they kind of get a background of why we're doing this and why we really want to push this.
Absolutely. Thank you, Raquel, too, for that. It was a great comment. Is
Yes.
that we chose Kickstarter because the platform we're building, typically you would go to investors or VC venture capitalists to raise funds and to fund this for you. What that would mean is we would compromise our purpose, our mission, the integrity of what we're trying to do. We would give up pretty much control. And we're doing something that's so against the grain. We do not want that. We want to create a safe space. We don't want to build this up and then sell it. We don't want to go public with it. So pretty much any typical investor VC, we do not want that. It would compromise everything for this. We chose Kickstarter because Kickstarter is a way for our community to build this up with us. If anybody's unfamiliar, Kickstarter is a crowdfunding website where the community actually takes part in funding the project with you to get it off the ground. And with Kickstarter, the way that we set it up is they have reward tiers, and we built reward tiers so everybody who helps fund with us can participate. So some of the reward tiers, there's a lot of memberships. There's you can be a cartoon character in one of our kids episodes. We'll actually build a cartoon character that looks like you, that has your name. We'll actually have you do the voiceover for it. There's tiers for product development to help us build the product with this. It goes on and on. So we chose Kickstarter. I think, Gabe, you have a link for it, how to get there.
Mm-hmm.
But we
Yes,
do
sir.
need
So yes, sir. And I'm just pull it up for people so they can actually see it. So that's the website there, but it's also, guys, if you want to check it out, it is an actual hyperlink in the comments. So if you click that link there, it will take you to the XXO Kickstarter. And man, I would love for you guys to donate. Anything helps, any level, just helping get us moving to that point, man. Because again, I think it's such a great idea. Um, and I grew so much. Oh, thank you, David. I love that comment. I grew so much from being on your show. It sparked a fire. Exactly. So this is what these platforms can do. These are what these platforms can do by putting together. And you're so funny, KDJ. There's nobody like you, man. They broke the mold. Savor the Carol Campos. Thank you so much. It's wonderful people that are here and commenting, and I love that. So, and I love that comment, Rebecca, too, about building the community because that's what it is, right? It's going to be a community of folks who want to participate, who want to engage, and who want to again show up, be a part of this, and go. You know what? This is going to help me. Hello to all you wonderful. Yes, Russ. Russ, I need to get Jason on the show, man. Jason is a wonderful human being. He's doing great work, and again, like I said, it is such a wonderful thing to again envision this platform because I think it's it would be it'd be a great way for people of all ages, right? Even for kids to get to feel this without having to feel the shame and the bully of worried about commenting on social media and having somebody go in there and say, you know what, this is audio not working on LinkedIn. Boo. LinkedIn has had some problems. I'm going to tell you what before I go any further, Jason. Oh, Harjo, thank you so much. It's good to see you.
Jar.
Hajar, thank you so much, Hajar. Yes. One of the things about what made me a little bit angry, I'm just going to go on for a 2-second rant real quick. LinkedIn, you made me angry because, again, we're trying to push this thing. And on the mobile app, I would go and watch. Usually you could just click on somebody's live stream and go watch it. What it was doing to me today was I would click on somebody's live stream. Every time that I would try to do a refresh or whatever, it started me from the very beginning of the video, even though the comments were showing from the actual timeline. So I would be watching somebody's stream from the very beginning when I would try to go in there. So if I left out of that stream for a second and then come back in to go back and watch and comment, right? It was taking me back to the very beginning, and I would have to sit there and watch. I could just see the comments where people were, and it gives you the timeline when people are commenting. So I'm going, well, hell, I'm missing the conversation here because the comments are coming through on the actual timeline, but I can't see the video. And I mean, I went back out, went back in, I refreshed. LinkedIn, yes. So here it goes. Look at this. Same thing happened to me. So you would get out and watch the video, and you would go out and again, this is why I'm worried because there's things working in the background here, but I would like people to be able to still be able to watch the stream, be able to comment, be able to be active and say these things in real time, where as opposed to where if you leave out of that link for any reason, you're in the middle of watching a stream, somebody calls, you go to answer, you come back in to go watch the stream, and it takes you from the very beginning of the stream, man. If you're watching like an hour-long stream, man, that you're going to be like, you know what, I bail. I'm not going to stick. And that sucks because, again, it is see, there it goes right now. That just happened just now. So when they updated their platform not too long ago, I don't know if you've seen on your desktop or even on your phone how they did an update. So the layout looks a little bit different now. It's got different things. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but man, you need to get that under control, LinkedIn, because again, it's such a, if you're a platform about building engagement and connection, that is one surefire way that you're going to lose that, because a lot of people, like I said, I take in tons of live comment. I love watching my favorite people on the platform when they're streaming live, and it's hard to stay part of it and go, let me comment on here because some kind of glitch that they're having. I don't know if it's, I thought it was just me, but apparently there's more that's happening to some people. So there you go. There's my rant. I just had to get it out there. Made me angry.
They have 2 weeks to fix it.
You got 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks.
Because Gabe and I have something big up our sleeves, and
yeah,
if we let it out here, we hold
yes.
it. But
there's another one, Russ. Echo has been a problem since people. I've noticed that for the last 3 days, people said there's an echo. Some people have it, some people don't. There you go. See, I got into the intro counter again to few till it caught up. That exactly. I think that's what's causing a lot of these problems. So like when people come back into a stream, it takes them from the very beginning. You have to wait a few minutes. Sometimes it won't even take you to the actual time whenever somebody's talking and streaming, because that can be frustrating. And in an echo, again, like Russ was saying, because he does this every day as well, he's been getting people that say, hey, there's an echo. And it's, again, it's not just me, it's everybody else, right? Echo has been a huge problem. There's been, so I think it's killing engagement in a lot of ways. So I don't know what is going on, but there's a lot of things that are moving along in the background, and it's something that I think I hope, or hopefully they have the people on it now already. Hopefully they've heard enough comments and people complaining about what's been going on, because there's a lot of people that pay for this platform. I mean, there's people that pay their premiums to come on here, and it sucks that they can't get what they're, quote unquote, what they're paying for, because again, we're paying for a platform to get premium access on certain things, where you could go to somewhere like Facebook and YouTube. I don't have to pay nothing. I mean, if you're trying to kill engagement, that's one way to do it, is just to say, you know what, let's not do that. So that's why I say I like the concept, what you're putting out there, because again, I think it puts a whole nother level, and it stresses the importance of video. I've been such a big proponent of video since I've started doing this, because I think it's such a great way. Not that there's nothing wrong with audio or phone calls, but there's something about seeing a person's face and reading their emotion and the things that they're saying while you're having these conversations that takes it to another level, and again, I love it, just for that fact. It's the fact that I would rather take a Zoom call.
You can't hide behind it. That's why. So I'm seeing you, I can hear you. It just brings the human element that much closer. I mean, you're right. So you're hitting all the senses, and that's what makes this environment great. And I gotta give Gabe a shout out, because Gabe has been tremendous with XXO, helping us with all the videos, with the live feeds. We did a launch, the Kickstarter launch on Chantel Sumis, her LinkedIn Live last week. We started a weekly LinkedIn Live. We have something very big coming in 2 weeks that we're going to that has never been done on LinkedIn before. LinkedIn has 700, and Brian Schulman, I know he's there, but I saw it. It's like 740 million people now, or 720 million. They upped it.
Yes,
it's never been done on LinkedIn, so we're about to pull something, and so Gabe's been a huge part of this. So Gabe, thank you for everything. You are amazing.
Oh, thank you, sir, so much. And
we are about to push the boundaries hard in 2 weeks on LinkedIn.
And that's what I love to do. If there's anything that I love to do, is push boundaries, just to see if there's limitations that can be broken. I mean, that's why I kind of dug seeing people pushing the limits on either comments or streams or how long or what it is just somebody can do. So that's why I say, for me, it's, if you can take that sort of mentality in life too, opposed from just what I'm doing here, but in doing it in life, man, you're going to go very far. Because if you're pushing the boundaries of what you see and what you think and what you feel, if you push the boundaries on those things, it's incredible how much you can learn and grow. So there's the man. We were just looking for you, Mr. Shulman. We were trying to find updated numbers, and I know there's probably like a 10-second delay here, but that's okay. He'll see it in a minute. He'll hear it. Trying to find the updated LinkedIn numbers. Now, I know he has numbers from, I think, pre-COVID.
They say it's over 760 million, so they've upped it.
So they've upped it to 760 million users
on
this platform.
Yeah, with more than 260 million monthly active, but 760 million users. And what Gabe and I are about to do, Gabe, this has never been done, what we're doing. So everybody get ready for this.
This is going to be fun. I love challenges. That's the whole reason why I'm here. Because I challenged myself when I first started doing these things, and I love just continuing to challenge myself and see what can become of it. I mean, that's what I said. I hate the words that have "un" or "im" in front of them. So, because you put a limiting belief on things, right? I mean, when you hear people say, "Well, it's the unsinkable ship," yeah, right. Or this is impossible to do. Yeah, right. For every person that says that, there's one person there. However many billion people there in the world, we could all believe that. And if there's one that doesn't, that's the one person that's going to make it happen, because again, he just won't believe it. And that's
Do you
that's
know
why I
that
said,
when I stopped that morning when I talked about and I saw this, two things happened. I stopped thinking small and I stopped believing in reality. I don't believe in reality anymore. And that changes everything, because once you don't have those beliefs, then there's nothing that can stop you.
mm,
Yeah.
right? What? I mean, you think about that. Stop and think about that. That's why I say stop and think about it. If you actually just hear that in your mind and think that, I mean, what else? What else is there? What else do you need to believe? I mean, that's why I tell people that
Just
you're
yourself. Just believe in yourself.
yeah,
That's it.
that's it.
There's many
That's
times
all.
nobody else will. It doesn't matter. Just doesn't matter.
Just you, just you, man. If you can get up and say that every day and think and know that you're enough, know that you believe in yourself that much, ain't nothing gonna bother you, my friend. I don't care how bad of a thing that you're gonna say. You know what? It'll roll right off my back. I'm good to go. Let's go to the next one.
Your
Next
problems
one.
become small. Small problems. They don't even bother you. When you
That's why I
think
say,
big,
well,
small stuff doesn't bother you.
exactly right. It's and that's sometimes that's the problem for a lot of people. Is it's the small things that get to. It's the smallest things that, again, man, in the grand scheme of things, just take a look at the big picture. It's not going to matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I mean, like you said, stop. The whole reality thing, right? There's one reality everybody has to face. One. There's only one certainty that everybody in this life is going to face. One. And if you can learn to deal with it, I promise you, nothing will stop you. And that is the only thing that everybody here, 100% of the people born, will die. And if you learn to deal with your mortality, you are going to accomplish very great things. I totally believe that. If you have that mindset, nothing's going to bother you. It's all the perspective, right? I mean, you're going to get up every day. If you can get over the fear that I'm going to die, what else can bother me? What else can bother me for the day? Really, you got to look at it from that way. So, you know what? I'm not worried, you know? Um,
The
and
trick
again,
is in between those. Is it not to simply exist and just wait for it to happen, right? It's
yeah,
what you do. It's the in between that counts, of what you're going to do with that time, no matter how much time it is.
right. That's right.
What are you going to do with it?
You hit the floor in the morning. Everybody has the same 86,400 seconds. Everybody has the same. I don't care what part of the continent when you wake up. When your clock starts, you got the same 86,400 seconds to make it count. And that's all that, to me, that's all that matters. That's why every day I pump out what I do. People say, man, how can you be everywhere? How can you do all of these things? Because I don't I don't limit myself. I get up every morning and say, you know what? I want to try something else today. I haven't tried again. Guess what? If I fail, oh well. I learned something from it. I'll get up tomorrow and do it again. I mean, so I take that approach. That's why I say I love what you do. Jake L. Jordan, watching on Instagram. Brother, I love you. He's got a really great show that he does. That's another gentleman I admire.
Where is he right now?
He's on Instagram, so he's watching me on my Instagram channel.
Do me a favor. Ask him if he's the same Jake Jordan that was on the Unlearned show.
Yes, he was.
He was.
Hmm.
Tell him I'll be in contact with him. Tell him I'll be in contact.
Yeah.
Tell him
So
Chantel says hello.
yes, I will let him know because
You know that back in, I think must have been like 2017, early on, some of the
mhm.
early ones. They had a show called the Unlearned
Learn
Show.
show. Yeah, there was
Chantel and a few others, and he was the
a
name
few
of
others.
it.
Katie Wallace was another one. It was
Yes.
be on there. I know because I went and did extensive research on Chantel a long time ago. Um, Again, when I had her on my show, that's what I told her. She was one of the ones that kind of inspired me, right? Seeing her what she was doing, and then how she just had this, how she just radiated, right? She was just radiant the way that she connected with people, and I totally loved that. So I started following her and a lot of her, connections, and that's why some of those connections that I know that she knows, I met through just following her. Um, so I went back and I would watch some of those episodes, right? And I would learn about what it was and what they were doing. So I kind of knew about that before I had her on, and I was thrilled to have her on. And now that's why I told her, to me, um, being back then and watching what I was watching and being here now, to me in that moment it was surreal.
Yeah.
I told her it was surreal for me. Um, and I just let her know that. I mean, being truthful, it was surreal to actually be sitting here having a conversation with her. Now, even more surreal now that I'm helping her do her thing. I never would have thought that watching this back in September of, I think it was September back of 2019 when I first started getting active on LinkedIn and watching videos and started connecting with folks and just taking those first steps. I mean, here it is. It's where it leads you. So it's wonderful that.
Isn't this unbelievable where we are today? And like just it's crazy. I'm gonna tell you a funny story. Was Judy Fox on your podcast or no? I can't remember.
No, Judy has not been. There's some people that have not been on yet, and that's one of those. And she's one of the ones that I'm circling because I've seen her. I've seen her just about everywhere else, and I mean, I can act her on with Annie Lieb. I saw her on with Daniel Glickman and somebody, Chad. Sorry, I forget your name, Chad. If I do, they do a Facebook show as well that she was on there. I've seen her on with Virgie Van Horst. I've seen her on plenty of shows, right? I just haven't thought to that point. This is the mindset. Excuse me, Jason, before you get into this, before you start. The mindset is I've seen those people from afar, and I go, they won't know who I am. How will I know who my little show? How are they going to know, right? Not knowing that my reach now is a lot further than what it is because what I've been doing. So, yeah, she's one of the people I want to get on this show and have a conversation with. So, sorry to interrupt you there, but
no. Now there's two stories, but one is, so I'll tie this in with everybody and Chantel too. So back when they had the Unlearned, so I had Judy Fox on the XXO podcast a couple months ago. We had such a great conversation, but some things she said something that I had no idea. I've never heard this story before. So just as you said that, how would these people know you? Back when they had the Unlearned show, and it was Chantel and this group of people here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Judy Fox, nobody knew Judy. Judy wanted to be so bad on the Unlearned show, but nobody knew who she was, so you couldn't get their attention. So what she did was she did her own video, put it out there on LinkedIn of her pretending that she was on the Unlearned show, pretending she was Chantel, put a wig on, and did a Chantel Sumis impression. And that's how she got their attention. She got Chantel's attention. That's how it started.
That is, man, that's genius.
Isn't that great? We
genius.
all start somewhere. And so the funny story was, I was like, well, how good was your Chantel? And she thought it was pretty good, but there was one thing she did where she, I guess, blew a kiss. And Chantel was like, I don't blow a kiss.
Okay.
And Judy was like, your love is so big that I was feeling that, I broke character, but, and so they've had this long, friendship now too, but we all start somewhere. That's how Judy came into LinkedIn, and she's, a power.
Oh yeah. Now she is. Yeah. Everybody knows Fox Rocks. She's got her hashtag. She's done, all of these other things. So yeah,
Judy's amazing.
She is.
I'd love to see her on the show.
I would, and again, that's where I'm shooting for the next. Because here's the thing, Jason. this is why I love to do what I do. Okay. Not only do I want to get people like Judy on the show, right, who have big followings, who have people that they know, and they know things now because they've been on LinkedIn or they've been on certain platforms and they're able to share. But I also want the Judy Fox who didn't have the recognition at that point.
Yeah.
Right. Who so desperately wanted to be a part of what was going on. So I still love to reach for both. I mean, I'll bring people on who, yeah, they have really good name recognition on the platform and people know them, but I also love to still reach for people who, again, maybe just be starting that journey. I mean, this gentleman right here, I reached out to him. Now he's got his own podcast. He's reaching out to people. He's asking for people to be on his show. And when I first met David didn't have any kind of real following. He was just something where I want to go out and I just wanted to go out there and put my voice out there. I want to be part of things like what you're doing. So I told him, come on the show. We'll have a conversation. That's simple. And I had him on, right? And it's great to see just people like him flourish, take off, right? And again, bring people on. I mean, I used to bring Annie on all the time. Annie's everywhere now. She does streaming 4 times a week now. She's got her own LinkedIn Live. She's got all of these other things, right? But I always used to, hey, come on, we started with doing a podcast, and I told her, let's go on live. You'll love it. It's fun, right? And before you know it, she was like a duck to water, took off, and she's doing her own thing now. And I love that.
Yeah.
And that's why I say, find those people at that point as well, and then find the people that's part of what my journey has been, is chasing the people that I have seen, who I've admired for a very long time, and say, I would love to have a conversation with these people. And then also find these people in the woods who, again, say, you know what, I would love to be on this show because I want to take that. So I'm quick to tell somebody, here's the link, book, come on. It's that simple with me. It's not even, these are all the requirements that I need from you. These are all the things. You know what? Go to another show, do that for somebody if you want to do that. I'm about the conversation and what comes from it. And before you know it, most people are taken aback that we can go a whole hour of talking, and they go, well, I didn't even think we were going to be on for an hour. That went by so fast. Yeah, it goes by so fast because you're enthralled in the conversation, and it's really great. I mean, so David, yeah, if you ever want to come back, David, I'll send you the link, man, and you can come back on. Yes, she is a gem. She's awesome. And again, but it's part of discovery of wanting to really go out and help other people. Kind of what you want, kind of what XXO is going to become, helping people find that voice, find whatever it is that they need inside of you. Because again, I think all deep down inside, we want to share things. We want to be open. We want to be vulnerable. Sometimes it's just sometimes we get reserved in thinking about it because we overthink the process. We overthink what we're going to say. We overthink that somebody's going to be too judgmental of what I have to share. Screw that, man. Just say it. That's why people who for years repress, they get in those areas where it comes out in all one big explosion, whereas opposed to if you just let that steam valve out just a little bit every now and then, here, and say what you're going to say, get it out, man, do you feel so much better.
Because you're living your life. You're living
exactly
your life.
You are 100%. And I don't know, but that would be oh, I love the jokers in here. So it takes the whole village, right? Everybody here in the village that comes along and part of this community. It's all part of what we do here, and it's all about what we're sharing. So, real quick, let's go ahead and let people know where we can find all the information if we want to send them to the Kickstarter website, or if they want to go check out XXO itself if they want to go check out the website. Let them know how to get there, and I'll just pull it up in the comments as well so everybody can see where they can go.
Website, sure, it's xxoconnect.com is the website. And off that, you can link to the Kickstarter, or you can go directly to the Kickstarter page. But
Yes.
either one will get you there.
And again, you can go there and find out about the XXO team, all the people that are integral parts about what's going to go. I mean, we've mentioned Chantel here tonight, but there's also Judy Fox as well. Oh God, I'm trying to remember that too.
Walter Thorne.
Walter Thorne.
Yeah.
And hold on. Don't tell me. I try to memorize.
You're close.
Isimi Cole, right? Is that?
Ismini.
Ismini Cole. Okay. I was trying to memorize them because I'm trying to get familiar. So I'll get it. I'll get it down. It's just like me repeating my own links to my websites now. I had to sit there and figure them out, but now I can tell you off the top of my head, hey, this is the link to go here as well. So they can also, guys, if you also want to connect, if you're not connected with him already, connect with Mr. Jason Lebowitz on our favorite platform here on LinkedIn, guys. So you can click that link there as well. It'll take you to Jason's profile. Send him an invitation to connect. Tell him I sent you, and tell him you're interested in learning more about XXO if you want. I mean, it's a great, again, I think it's got so much great potential to do this. So I'm so glad you came on here. So I know I've asked you this question before on the show because it's a question I ask every guest that come on here. And maybe we'll see if the answers change. I don't know, but here it goes. So when the book is said and done on Mr. Jason Lebowitz, what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind, and what do you want to be remembered for?
The legacy that I curved the culture back to connection over convenience, and I was able to restore connection to humanity. We hit 1 million lives and then some, and then I can close my eyes and take my rest at that point.
Does not get any better than that. So Mr. Jason Lebowitz, thank you so much, my friend. We got big things coming. And then, of course, guys, this will be the last day you see me wear this hat here. Just so you know, recap, for those who've been asking all week, I lost a bet to Annie Lieb. She is a Philadelphia Eagles fan. I am a Dallas Cowboys fan. We bet on the game long before all this happened. I lost. To pay my wager, I had to wear a Philadelphia Eagles hat on my live shows for the rest of the week. So, just so you know, it's been recorded. Debt's paid. Monday, debt is paid. Monday evening, 7:30 Central Standard Time. I will be back in my regular Cowboys gear, my regular hat, my thing. I just had it again. It's one of those things. Swallow your pride and pay your debts to society for what you do, and I had to do it, man. So
is there a burial? Like, do you take it off right now and dispose of it? Like, what happens? I mean,
you know what? I might do that. I think I might record that and just send that to her as my own personal thank you for making me go through with it. Because again, so I'm gonna just put the hat to the front because I think I've been wearing it all the way to the back all week, so people can see, just to make sure. Here it goes. So it has been there it is. That is a Philadelphia Eagles hat, folks. And if you know me, or if you ever watched the show, you know how much of a Dallas Cowboys fan I am. This hurts. It hurts so much so that I want to let my emotions out and cry because it hurts me that bad. So, so thank you so much. Annie is awesome. Guys, if you are not connected with her or any of these wonderful people, Russ Johns, if you're not connected to Raquel, David, any of these people that come in here in the comments, please send a connection request to him. Get connected with a lot of these folks. Like I don't think I'm connected with Darlene, but I will after today. Um, and because they're such wonderful individuals who want to come on here and talk about what we're doing here and a part of this whole thing. This is what we're talking about. This is connection. What he says, that hashtag, and I'm going to pull it up so you guys can see what he does. But this is his hashtag. There it is. And let me pull the comment down so you guys can see. But it is hashtag connection over convenience. He lives it. He breathes it. He does everything within it. It's part of the foundation of what he's building. So, I love the hashtag. I love what you do with it. So appreciate it so much, Mr. Lebowitz. And again, I thank you for the time. And of course, we will see us back together next Thursday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you check out Chantel Sumis's LinkedIn channel, guys, you can see us live again. Will there be any guests this week's coming up? We'll find out, but we'll let you know.
Yeah.
So, all right, folks.
So always a good time. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody who's joined us tonight. I appreciate you all. Hi.
And that's my little bud here. He loves to be on camera. So, all right, folks, we will be back here Monday evening, 7:30 Central Standard Time. My guest for the evening, Monday evening, will be her name is Volta Voloshkin Smith. She is a watercolor artist who also does watercolor meditation. It's a different approach to doing meditation and what it can do to help you find a better mindset. So we're going to come on here and talk about that on Monday evening. So thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Jason. Sit tight. Everybody else, thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Stay blessed. We'll talk to you Monday evening. Good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.